to just lay down the law.
Coordination is such a big deal in Battlefield, you know, and that really is something. It's good to see it, you know, it's good to see it, especially with the large scale of Battlefield. When you get people communicating, you can really see the effectiveness of that in the game itself. Really cool stuff.
Now, we've seen on the console side, we'll have to ask this question, and probably you should stay tuned whenever we get the opportunity to, but some type of voice over IP type stuff, asking about communication, whether you can be able to talk to your teammates within your squad. A lot of players that are out there utilize different voice communication tools on the PC, whether that is you know, your mumbles, your team speaks, what have you. I guess the real question is, can you have the ability to talk to teammates inside the game?
Yeah.
And that would be a nice little factor to talk about, whether even if that's for your squad. That would be a great thing to do. And also your commander could be able to talk to all of this. They can actually designate which squad he's talking to.
Yeah.
That would be a cool feature to talk. It's not, I'm not saying that it's a possibility, but these are the questions that I like to ask.
Yeah, that's right, because, you know, you being from the PC side of things, you use TeamSpeak, you use Mumble, whatever, you know, even Skype. I know some people use Skype as well.
Skype's tough sometimes.
Skype is tough, you know. On the console side of things, actually, players use Skype a lot. You know, so that has been a pretty common thing there. But so funny thing here, I was actually going through, you know, the Reddit, and someone made a thread. It was ..
.. shank?
Yeah, they were confused. Yes, so there is a shank in the game.
Right.
There's a knife and there's also a shank. I saw that and I was like, shank? That's actually pretty weird. And then I had a chance to use it and I was like, yep, it's just a sharpened stick that, you know, hurts people. So yeah, there's a shank in the game. And it's really, really cool to see. So I think those little nods there to just common things they use, just sharp tools in general, is pretty cool. But yeah, so the gameplay action has certainly been heating up here. If we can go ahead and take a look at tabletop, see where everything is flowing. And we have A and B back with the US guys, D and E with the CN team. But C has been a hotly contested point here. Still a relatively close game, 381 for the CN.
That's been a really close game.
Yeah, and 322 for the U.S. side of things here. And oh my God, that Tomahawk is going to come down. That can end up taking out three players.
This might be something that is going to be pretty good here coming in.
Oh,
of course, this is from the American side. There's a bunch of Chinese players that are over in this region. How much can we be able to take out? And it looks like it's finally going to explode.
An overshot.
It just barely missed at that last point. And yeah, wow, that was close.
That was an overshot right there, but it certainly was going to be pretty devastating. And going back to the commander mode stuff that we were talking about the other time, you know, you had mentioned about the UAV scan and it hovering over, not necessarily just you know, flags, but just general areas. You can see it clearly right there. That is just
circling around right there. That's exactly both the EMP scan and also the UAV. You can see in your far left side of the screen, the gunship is in control right now for the Chinese, even though the C flag has been picked up. Of course, you know, you get your time to be able, you get your time in the sky with your gunship if you've earned that flag previously before.
Yep, you know, and we are going to be diving into a lot of things, of course, as we've been saying a bunch of times before. By the way, that Tomahawk is probably going to cause some damage. That Tomahawk is going to hurt.
Pretty quick.
It's going to hurt. Oh, man.
Right now, we're seeing the picture-in-picture, and you saw how much of an explosion that made. That picked up 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 5 in that little bubble right there. 5 kills from that Tomahawk.
That was certainly devastating.
Let's see what the commander is. Pull up the scoreboard for a moment.
Yeah, I actually want to see who's doing
And we can
really
see
good.
the commander right now. He's sitting at 7-0 on the Bravo side.
And 13.
We don't have to go to him, but he's sitting at 7-0. But on the other side for the Alpha, the one who just picked up those 5 kills, he's sitting at 13-0.
Yeah, he is certainly, you know, commander playing a big role. And I'm looking over right now, and these are just regular people that are playing. These aren't DICE employees. These are actually guys. And I think the Alpha commander was jumping for joy, by the way. I just saw him kind of shimmy back and forth. He was like, yeah, you know, I'm a baller. Yeah, so
I can predict what happens 15 seconds in the future.
Yeah. So what I was going to say was that, you know, looking at the spectator mode, I was talking with Zinto just a little while ago, Matros, and he had said that they whipped together this spectator mode relatively quick. They did it in a matter of weeks. So it's crazy, and of course they're gonna, you know, we talked with Ometros a couple of times, Zinto on Twitter, for those of you guys who don't know about it, and you know, he said that they're constantly gonna look to upgrade it and just make it better and a better experience, because again, they really do believe in pushing, you know, just content, you know, production for Battlefield. They want these guys who create, you know, these awesome games, awesome videos to have a tool. So most definitely is really cool, but this game is definitely boiling down here at this point. 300 to 250 has certainly been a back and forth affair.